Hello, hi. Um, this is more like a camera test than it is. I haven't even played this deck. Well, I have played it, but I usually lose like 2-2 or uh 2-3 or something like that. It's more like a camera test. See, I got my little pot of greed in the background. New, more permanent setup. Very shiny. So let's see how that focuses. So these are the starters, and for reasons that I'll explain in another video, you have to play 15 of them if you're playing 40 cards. And I only have 12. However, due to math reasons, since I'm able to banish 6, Prosperity can fill the role of a starter, because it'll get me one of these. And it works. I think it might be technically a little better even. So I like Prosperity though, because it gets you other things like your side deck cards or things like that. I don't know. I think this is like I think I only paid like 80 for these, and they're like currently 150 or something ridiculous, but like I think it's incredibly worth it, because like any deck that only has 12 starters, boom, you got 3 more, and now it's like as consistent as a tier 1 meta deck. So these are the starters, and I'm also playing Fusion Destiny as a starter. Because of Prosperity, like adding more cards makes Prosperity worse, but because you're adding more starters, it's actually just good enough to be as good as it is without it. And I don't know. I just like Fusion Destiny. I think it does well for the deck. It makes your boards better. You have a like 1 in 5 chance. I'm playing 45. So you have a 1 in 5 chance of drawing it going first, and then a 1 in 4 chance drawing it going second. I would definitely not play Fusion Destiny by drawing it, I mean the bricks. I would definitely not play Fusion Destiny if you're playing exactly 40 cards, because then those probabilities go up to like 1 in 3 and 1 in 4, which is like 1 in 3 going second, 1 in 4 going first, which is like, I don't know, a lot worse in my opinion. But you can just cut it entirely. You don't really need it. Then these are like, I still don't have a word for it, but they're like cards that require another card to be good. So this, you really don't want to draw this. You could probably maybe cut one. I don't know. This guy like specifically says must be sent from deck. So I like, you know, setting this, send one, send the Theresia. So I don't know, 3's fine. I just don't really like drawing it. In fact, I don't even really like using this. I like just holding on to this to discard it. Because you're gonna dump your whole deck anyway, and the more things you don't have in deck, like the sooner you're gonna run out. I was playing Avarice to fix this, but like Avarice is not searchable. I kind of don't want to run 3. 2 seems like okay with Prosperity. I don't know. Well, because of that, I'm playing 3 of this, and this kind of serves the same purpose as Avarice, where it just gets stuff back from the grave after you've already done things. Also, your deck's like extremely weak to Super Poly, so it's just good to have this as like a recovery option that you like don't want to set off her. You just want to see this like as soon as possible. And then 3 of this, you could probably cut this to 2, autolist play 2. You'll see that I'm actually not playing like anything that's like not engine, basically, like the Ferret Flames, or I'm not playing Solemn either. I don't know. They're good. I mean, my problem with like the Ferret Flames and like other random cards like that is they're not searchable, and this deck like really needs to get going, because you're gonna die. You're gonna die very fast, and that's why I play 3 and 2. I don't know, this might even be considered a starter, because this doesn't require anything. Like, all of these require another monster to be on board or in the grave or somewhere, and this doesn't. And the token, like, in theory prevents you from dying because they must attack it. Fun ruling is that like things that are like unaffected by other effects don't have to attack the token. They can actually just attack whatever. I don't know why that is, but you know, like if they make a final Sigma and you got this in the token, they can attack this. Otherwise, this is really cool. It's funny. Can't be countered since it's a quick counter. It's funny. It has 0 attack, so even if they like Dragoon burn you, I don't know. It's nice. I might, if I was going to cut this, I would cut it for another that. I just found that it comes up so often, and usually you're dumping these with Diplos anyway, just so you don't die. Then the like defensive cards, 3 impermanents. It's good to banish off of these guys. Also, it turns off that one Despia fusion that like destroys your entire deck. That's like the worst part of like playing against Despia. 3 Ash is just generically good. 3 Super Poly. This is mostly because you like hard lose to that Despia monster. But even if you're not playing a deck that Super Polys that like has a Super Poly target, you can just Super Poly your own stuff, which is like it comes up sometimes. 3 Strike. Strike is like really good. The other very hard matchup is Sword Soul because they burn. Strike is extremely good. You just strike the summon. They don't get any effects. They don't get any monster. They can't really do anything about it. I love it. And then your 2 bricks. You could cut all this. If you wanted to play 40, I would cut these, the DPE, and that. I think that's 40. Yeah, that's 5. Yeah. So these are like the 4 groups of cards. Which, I don't know, that's like a video idea that I'm going over. The next video, I was waiting for the ban list so that I could post my Pot of Prosperity math video. So look forward to that. Side deck. I always build my side at the same time I'm building the main because it's like extremely important. I just feel like Lancey is good. It's good against Flunder, Despia branded, Sword Soul, kind of Eldritch. I just think it's good all around. Judgment, crazy, going first, only. Sword Soul, also generic token stuff. I don't think Prank Kids is a deck anymore, but you know, there's still generic token adventure stuff. Generic going second card, Kaijus. I haven't tested this out. These are for Flunder. This, Sword Soul, I know, there's a lot of things where this is good. But I don't know. I'll test that out. Let everyone know. Obviously, you side out these cards depending on the matchup. But then, like I was saying, you could also side out one going second. Like if these could just be evenlies, you know. Side the extra 3/3/3. Why? You could probably cut the Rex to 2. I've never made more than 2. I've never made more than 2 of that, and I usually only make 1 of this, but I like having these to just send off of the new trap. But like you could definitely cut, like you could cut these 3 for sure, and that'd be like valid, I feel. Then the OG Super Poly targets, Sovereign Venom, Dragon+super, Mud Dragon, and then these DPE. This is a flex spot. You could also put that, or maybe the Cyber's Link, or not Link, Cyber's Fusion. This, I don't know, the regular zombie is probably better, but I just think this is funnier. And then this, just like an additional target. It's probably worse than the other 2, but like, I don't know what else to put. You could also probably like cut this for like the Dark Charmer, Unicorn, Access Code, and that's pretty like decent. That's the deck.